And we're live.
All the way live.
Come on in the room. Come on in the room. Jesus is my doctor. He writes out all of my scriptures. He brings all of my medicine in the room.
I messed up. You clapped on 1, 2, 3, and 4.
You stupid. It's my child. I'm live right now, son. Can you call me back? Since you was sleeping like I did. Uh, why? I called him. He was asleep. And I was sitting there. All right, let me get it. You always busy. That's what you say. Come on. All right, let me share this. Come on in, tell a friend.
Wise men say you can't clap on the 2 and the 4. Can't be with
That is funny though.
you. You clapped on all of them.
Jazine.
Mm-hmm. You know what that was? You just see it. He clapped on all of them. You gotta get counseling.
Cedric. Why we need counsel for me clapping? You ain't coaching.
They ain't even no more.
Well, yeah,
I'm Southern Baptist.
what that mean?
That's the denomination of Baptists. Like you got Free Will Baptist, Southern Baptist, all different ones. You know that? There's 20, 30 different Baptist organizations.
That's a lot.
It is a lot. Southern Baptist is probably the biggest one.
When you come in, let us know you're here. Say hello. Come on in the room, saints.
I would check and let you know, but I don't have a device available.
Yeah, you ain't checked the post so much.
We weren't
So
talking about it
black.
before.
So black.
We weren't talking about it before. Up and until now.
Up and until now. Let us know when you have joined, where you seeing us from, where you at, what set you claim, any and all of that stuff. Come on and tell us hello.
Maybe Florida.
Did you say Metro Florida? That's what you referenced?
Altamonte.
Altamonte, you wrong for that. But okay, Altamonte.
Or also known as the Springs.
Let us know when you get here. Say hello. Look, Freddie Fillmore. That's my deity.
Let's get run about the Springs.
No, listen,
You ain't hip.
listen. He represent APK or is he Orlando now? Which one? Which
No,
one is it? That's so funny.
no,
Well,
he
I
represents Philly Wheeler.
did. He said you represent Philly. I said, well, you repping? And I said, I don't know if you a Popco or you Orlando now. He talking about Phyllis Wheatley. He's so wrong for that.
That's right. I represent Richmond Heights, Florida.
Do you?
Yes.
Richmond Heights has passed by. It's
Since
gone.
what?
It's gone.
No. Demetri Holmes is gone.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
We still alive and effect in Dimitri.
How y'all go by the name of your oppressor?
Hush, Cedric. Then just over him, please. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
Anyway, just trying to give people a sec to get into the room to say hello. But I am so glad to be on here tonight.
Are you?
Yes.
That's good.
Listen, we had an eventful yesterday.
Did
Do you want to tell them where we went, babe? Where we went?
to the moon?
We went to the moon?
I don't know. Where did we go? Oh yeah, we had a celebrate we went to.
Did you say us celebrate? Like,
Mhm. Celebrate good time. Come on. Let's celebrate.
we went to a 30th wedding renewal However, it was a whole production.
It was.
I don't know if I've ever seen anything like that. Have you?
Uh, Not even dreamt of it.
Oh, well,
There was a lot going on.
it was. It was. So we went to the Salters, which are friends of ours, Bishop Salters and Tammy's wedding renewal, and it's in Melbourne. So it's like an hour and something away. I'm sure my dad drove that way a lot going to the Space Center.
Hmm.
And it's one thing I was telling Cedric I saw online where they were saying in the top um like unsafe cities in Florida, Cocoa was ranked really high on that. A lot of theft and a lot of I was like, wow, I didn't know that.
We won in Coco.
I'm just saying, but I was like that. I never would they were saying people misunderstand because of the fact that it's so close to the beach. They just think of like but then so it's Daytona was also on that list too.
Yeah.
I didn't know Daytona was as bad as it is.
Oh, I knew that.
So we so we came in, they had a little dining area.
You know, you came in, they had you doing a video.
Oh yeah, okay.
What exactly is that called?
So they said they had a video booth where you had a mic and you talked into the camera and you left a message for the bride and groom.
Mhm.
They had question prompts that you could choose from, or you could do your own, but it's like a message to them that you did personally.
So what's that called? Like a video message or a video?
They had to call something else. I'm
Yeah,
not sure
they
what it
called
was.
it like a podcast or something.
Hmm.
What the name of it was, but I don't think that's what the name of it. But I don't know. It was nice. That was interesting.
And then what we didn't do, I forgot to do is the phone. Is the phone? They had a phone that you could pick up, and when you pick up the phone, you left an actual message for the couple.
Really?
Remember, he said he got the phone that you left. We didn't do the
Well,
phone.
I thought he was meaning the thing we already did.
No,
Video.
remember. You remember when we first came in? There was a phone right there, like an old school rotary phone. It was right there, it was decorated. So people left messages. So it was different ways to capture um different things that happened that day, which I thought was really nice.
It
So
is.
and then so we went in. They had a room with a hors d'oeuvres. Not a hors d'oeuvres, not my friend, because they had two things: some shrimp,
Coconut shrimp.
coconut shrimp, which once them shrimp hit the air, they just be. And I heard somebody said they was aggressive. They was like, "Take these shrimp, take them, take them."
No, but when they hit that, what now? What happened
They
to the
be
shrimp?
cold, like,
Oh,
and it was just weird. So anyway, so we had
they had beef Wellington.
beef Wellington. Cedric tried that, and it was not a good Wellington. It was just a there.
Well, it's. I think that's an acquired taste.
I don't know what it
'Cause
is.
I've heard of it, but I've never had it myself personally. But maybe that's from people that have more means eat that. I guess I don't.
So
Once I get my bread up, I might like it.
so anyway, we
It was all right.
so after that, then we went into the other room. I think the event was supposed to be outside originally because of storms. It's here in Florida, so things happen. And they had the ceremony on the inside. Well, it wasn't even a ceremony. So they came in and they had a comedian. The comedian's name, um,
Tim Shropshire.
Tim Shropshire. He is a comedian that was actually on tour with Kevin on Stage. He's a Christian comedian. So he was really funny and relatable because it's stuff that, if you've been in church, that's some of the things that just growing up in churches make things different for you.
Yeah, but more to a country church.
Country church, yes. And he ended up he said he wanted a country girl, but he ended up marrying somebody that was from England.
Mhm.
But he didn't find out later till her family was from
Nigeria.
not in Ghana.
Right.
And he said that he thought the wedding reception was over. And then he went to the car and they was like, and her dad had stopped him from the car, like, go change your clothes. And had another outfit.
Just get started, buddy.
Boy, that thing's because I know the people from the island, baby, when I tell you they know how to get it
They
down.
don't play.
I remember we went to one of your friends' wedding.
Our grandma will get it in.
Listen, we went to one of his friends' wedding, and the grandma, which had to be early in her 80s, I mean late in her 80s, she was down to the floor. Like their culture is different. But
I was tired looking at her.
the funny thing is this is off subject kind of.
Mm.
But like, even as they're dancing, right? There's a hump to the like it's like the beat always have like a hump to it, but it's never.
It's not sexual.
It's not a sexual hump.
Right.
I've been trying to figure that out. How if we hump
Not
over
nasty.
if we hump over here, it look real nasty.
Yeah.
But if you
true.
hump them
I
island
don't
hump,
know what the difference is, but
because if you ever look in church, in them island church, when they be dancing, they be like they be kind of humping with their stuff there. But and those women have butts and stuff, so they're not. So because one time I was like, well, maybe they just sinner, but I was like, no, them African women be thick now.
yeah, they ain't.
Look, my daddy done been over. Them African women be thick, so I'm trying to figure out what's the difference in
Maybe it's just the intention. I don't know that.
what how they was raised or whatever. I mean,
No, just your intention behind it. Because if your intention is to be sexy and to be whatever, then it come out when you're doing it. I guess.
well. So okay, to fast forward, we're gonna go crowd all that stuff. So the Christian community, he was good. He was the MC, but he did comedy. Then he after that they had a band. So when my godbrother was here, my godbrother and his wife drove down, and he said, "Hey, that's CC Winans background singer." I said, "What?" And as soon as I looked at the guy, I remembered him because I've been to and CC came here, but I also watch her, and him and the girl was always there.
His wife.
What right? But I didn't know that was his wife.
Right.
CC got light skin and dark skin, and it's so funny because
light skin and dark skin.
she had a light skinned guy and a dark skin.
Light skin and dark skin.
Anyway, so they were the singers. And it's funny because so the people that got married, they got renewed. Bishop Salters and his wife Tammy, they is churchy. Okay, there's a different. I think I don't, what would you? How would you describe me? Like we describe them churchy. Like Darius churchy. What would you describe me?
You're on Church Street.
I would say people be saying, "Ooh, she really saved,"
Yeah,
but churchy is this.
You getting closer and closer. You listen to less and less other stuff. So you getting there.
But baby, it ain't that they don't listen to stuff. They just really
They don't.
churchy.
They don't listen to other stuff.
So anyway,
because the dude got there and said that my pastor listened to secular music for like an hour long.
Oh my God, yeah. So
right.
So even their first dance was on a gospel song, which is "Hey Brooke." We talking about CC Winans background singers. I didn't know they was husband and wife, but so the guy said so they sung some gospel song. They sung one CC song, and they did a dance to the CC Winans song, which was funny to me. I know. I don't know if I'm just special or not, but I was like, that's what they're gonna slow dance up. Okay.
Well, when we get there, you'll be doing it. You'll be done made a transition in.
Ain't never that much transition.
Okay.
Anyway, so then the guy from CC Winans, they have a group. It's him and his wife. They've been married 26 years in December, which I didn't know that. Hey, Latrice, and that's what they said. So 26 years in December. So he was saying he gonna have to sing some of the songs tonight that he wasn't even allowed to listen to growing up. So I was like, so he said he grew up Kojic too, or something like Kojic. Yeah, he said Kojic. So I guess Kojic didn't let them listen to music.
I guess not. I don't know. I'm not.
You know, I'm not good with it. Brooke has got the degree in religious studies and everything else.
I told you what we was. Southern Baptist.
What y'all did, Cedric?
Everything.
What they mean?
That's what cousin church. Smoke cigarettes after church, cuss you out in the parking lot at church, fight, shoot, everything.
Southern Baptist?
Oh boy. Hey, no joke.
Wow.
Listen, they be smoking cigarette walking out the church.
So Brooke, they started singing. So they did all these love songs. They did CC songs. They did Jonathan Nelson. Forever is a long time, right? So because it was all songs of love to Jesus, but they made it about themselves. So listen. So then they had them. He was like, "Y'all got to get up." He said, "I got to sing songs I ain't never sung before. Y'all can even listen to it, whatever." So they did September. What's the other day before that?
They did Shaka Khan. Ain't nobody, I think.
Oh yeah,
They
listen.
did
So you could
they
tell,
did like two other ones. I can't remember.
you could tell they had not listened to this music. Like that's not something
They
that like
didn't
to
know the
know it
words at all.
because they didn't know the words at all.
They were reading
They
them
were
off,
reading
and
the
he was
words,
missing the words.
and then he was like, "Ah," he turned into Jesus.
He wanted to say hallelujah
In the middle of one of the songs, like, "Do you remember Jesus?" I was like,
no,
and we all started laughing because you know that's when you gonna church about everything. It was pretty funny.
No, but some lady holler hallelujah something in one of them. You know that? I think that lady was married to his brother or something.
Oh, she said Kojic is very sanctified, especially back in the day. So you could listen to, so you could not listen to words like worldly me. Right? Okay, okay, okay. I need to know more about this because when people be talking like, "Oh, I was such and such," I be thinking like, "What does that mean?"
Yeah. Well, I did go to AME church for a little bit too.
I'm not mean. Okay, so listen. So then,
AME were the ones that move their passes around all the time.
oh, so they sung, they did their thing for a while. They had a band. They almost fell off the stage, and knocked stuff down.
They didn't fall. That stuff fell on them.
They hit it though.
No, it didn't.
It didn't just fall over.
It was just leaned up there.
So
because it almost fell again when it
so that happened. Then the Christian comedian came back. He was, well, I'm telling you, I'm saying Christian comedian because he doesn't curse and stuff like that, but he was extremely funny. So then I actually follow him, but I will support him where I can with him, but he was great. So then they had a guy playing the sax. He was walking around.
Houdini.
He said Houdini, the guy having them hats. Cedric had a name for everybody. It was, he just named people. Y'all know Cedric named people. So then what we missed after that? That's when the podcast came.
Yeah.
So then, okay, so then people ate and stuff, and they did line dance.
No, they do a lot of dance. Y'all dance.
It was before I let go. No, because it was in the middle with Chris and them, and it was over here with us. Everybody was doing it.
Yeah, but I'm saying it wasn't set up to do that. Y'all just made do. Because people were bumping into my chair and everything. Well, actually, it wasn't people. It was you.
It was me. It was just me. He has to be like that. Anyway,
like, oh, so my chair. Oh,
so fast forward, we so they was like, so they had a podcast called Journey to 30. And so he has a podcast. He had a podcast before. So Salters have a very deep radio voice, like blah, 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 blah. If you heard him, you automatically just think he on the radio. Right. So he does well with podcasting because he has that voice. Somebody, if he got connected with right people, would pay him for that, just to do for infomercials, voice work, because he has it.
James Earl Jones type.
Oh, he got it. So him and his wife started doing Journey to 30. So then he said they're going to record a live podcast here. And it was like, okay. And it was like, okay. And so to host and do a takeover is he has millions, so many millions of followers. Look, I'm gonna be lying, this man stuff. He's so many millions of followers.
Yeah, they say he averaged over 500,000.
What's his name? Hold on. Jesus.
Future wife.
And so he millions of followers. Hey, Janine, and he has. This is on on YouTube. This says 637 subscribers, but I know he got. Yeah, I've seen his. This is on
637,000.
Yes, my man. But he got millions on one of them other ones. But anyway, so hey, Janine, I'm sorry. So
what's his name?
His name is Latarius Whitfield, like Lynn Whitfield. So anyway, he comes up and he hosts their podcast. So they are talking, we laugh, and back and forth. It was a very good interaction. So they actually changed it. It's not their journey to 30 anymore. It's journey to eternity. Okay. I need them to work on they answers first though. When they give them their answer was like
I can't say nothing because we be like that sometimes when somebody.
I know it. I was like we be like okay. Y'all know each other. So we got to meet him. Let me tell you, that is the most down to earth man that I've met. With who he is and the people that he's around. I showed him my sister because him and my sister took a picture like a month or two ago in South Carolina or something. They might be North Carolina. Whatever. And he was like, oh yeah, he started rambling off. He's like, let's take a picture, send back to her. I was like, so let's just talk about how my dress was on backwards the whole night. And I didn't know it. I was still cute or whatever.
She asked me, I don't know.
So look, I'm gonna insert picture
I
here.
don't wear dresses.
Y'all see this? The dip was supposed to be in the back.
You still look good, honey.
The dress was on backwards.
You didn't. I don't have any of those pictures on my phone. I don't think.
Mm-mm. I downloaded it. So anyway, we made it through the night. It was a good night. It was a lot for a Sunday night, Jesus. But it was a good night. I like the whole concept. It was a really big.
Sunday night and evening.
It was a production.
Yeah.
That was definitely
That was
production.
production.
And whoever did that,
They did
thank you, since I was still cute.
They did their thing.
I mean, Brooke, there's no tag in it. That's what made me
Yeah,
not know where to go.
nothing.
There's no tag,
No
no
lighting, nothing.
no. It's nothing on the inside. It's butt naked. So I didn't know, but that's okay. We gonna make. But then Vanetta, a friend of mine, she was there with the same dress on. So I'm glad mine was backwards. So I
She
could.
had it on the right way.
Did y'all hear him say she had it in the right way? You know what? God's not pleased. Anyway,
Yes, because you were backwards. Supposed to walk in favor, not backwards walking. Back up in favor.
so anyway, so that was just great. They told us that we're gonna be on their podcast when they come back from their honeymoon. We're gonna do the same. We gonna catch up. So it was
But we've been on this podcast before.
right, but they got their marriage podcast now. So we'll be
What was
on.
that one?
It was just Salters.
I'm saying, what was it? I don't know what his content was. I don't even know where to get it.
He interviewed different people.
So those ones you listen to, right?
Right, but they're transitioning to YouTube. So podcasts can be video or audio or both.
I'm not learning on podcasts.
Well, I'm trying to learn you.
I'll stay with you so you can bless me.
Hallelujah. Anyway, so we're going to talk a little bit about married and living single. So a lot of the questions that came up while they were doing their podcast was just talk about one of the things that Cedric talked about last week, and it was the fact that he was saying that women want you to have it all together.
I want a finished product. Right.
Can you elaborate a little bit about what he said? What the just that statement alone?
I'm saying, what did he say? You got to bring it back to my remembrance.
Okay, just talk about what you said then.
I had a lot of snacks over there.
He told me he had a lot of snacks over there. No, I'm saying when you were talking about the whole thing about.
No, I'm saying you see all of these street interviews, and the guy goes and he's like, "Hey, what do you want a guy? Well, I want to be $10 million, and I want him to be 6'9", this and that." Like, no one appreciates the process. No one appreciates building with someone, like being there through the struggle. That's what makes the bond stronger. You just meet somebody and they're already a finished product. What's the motivation of them being with you?
But so here's my thing, right? Everybody's talking about, well, you shouldn't have to do struggle love. I don't really even know. Everybody definition to me of struggle love is different, because that's not a real struggle love is a term that somebody made up and everybody uses it differently. I ain't talking about broke you ain't got two things rubbed together, but even at that.
But the struggle is different for different people. Some people don't have financial struggle. Their struggle is submitting or committing or listening, communication, sex, or whatever. Everybody's struggle is different. But you have to go through some kind of struggle, because you don't meet somebody and y'all automatically mesh and everything aligns. That's not how the world works, because you're two different people.
You know what somebody said to me today, our couch time counseling couple said to me today, he remembers going to the grocery store and had a certain amount of money for funds for groceries, and then like biting the nail as they ringing it up, like, is it gonna be enough?
I'll put something back in a minute.
So a brief interjection there. Lots have been going on, but I had a gift card for $80 to go to the grocery store until we got to our next humpback paycheck cycle. Some things get done. And we went to the register. it was just ringing. It was tallying up, and first it was like $180. So I remember, and I was like, when they gonna take it off? When the buy one get one gonna pop off in here?
The BOGOs.
And so then
I already knew it was gonna be the end though. I knew.
but then, but a couple things that come off, and I was like, oh, what's going on here? So then, anyway, finally, when at the end, it came to be like 120. Now I told you I had 80. So then the lady was like,
well, I was getting ready to tell her, hey, take half that junk back. this, this.
ah.
But the register broke, so I didn't get a chance.
So the register, when she said, she called her manager, oh, but hey, come over here. And she's like, he's like, what'd you do? And she's like, he's like, you paid yourself already? And I was like, no. He's like, you didn't swipe your card? I said, no. So he's like, well, come over to the register. Hey, Mildred, come over to the customer service register and let us I'll process for you over here.
Now, what you missing too is at that time we're making our way over there. About 4 people go get in line in front of us.
Oh yeah, so it was only one in originally, but then like 4 people. Like so, it was now instead of just one person, it was like a line going around. And he said, "Is this one bag yours?" Because we just he should have one on the counter, but I said, "No, the whole basket is ours." And so she the guy was like, "Okay." So then as we're leaving, so the line in customer service has gone got thick.
Yeah.
Somebody at the other register called him, hey, such and such, you know, I need you over here. Hey, such and such. The manager walks up to me and said on the back, let me back it up just a little bit. We got some stuff that's been going. You know how sometimes the devil have you on the ropes? And you be like, Lord, he got me in this corner, and I need out. You know how the boxes be in the corner, and if they don't get out, they going down. I was like, we need to get this corner for a minute, Lord, because I don't want to be Mary J. I'm going down. I don't want to go down. So I was like, Lord, I need a sign. I need a Hail Mary. I need to get out these ropes.
Hail Mary.
And listen, hey, I really was like, Lord, I trust you. I've been repeating your word. I don't necessarily feel it, but I know that you said you're going to take care of us in the hard times because everybody have them. And I was like, so, you know, I kept saying, I trust in God. So go to the line. And I said that because I had already said when the store I needed to help Mary. So I go to the line, and as we're sitting there, the guy comes up and taps me and said, on the back like this and said, be blessed, have a good day. And look, we both sitting there like, what? We being punked? What that mean? We being punked? What that mean? What?
I ain't going to
jail. We like, what? He was like, have a good day. And I was like, I know he probably thought, why are you not moving? Because we was looking at like, say what now? Y'all trying
to... Where they at? Where the police?
I mean, he was a store manager, so you know that is something that he could do. However, God gave us our groceries for free. And we were over the $80 limit, which I was going to put in, which was going to take out of something else. Right. Let me tell you, we went outside, and I think we was walking outside. I promise you, like zombies, like, what's happening? See, sometimes we ask, I'm not gonna try, but sometimes we ask God for something, a blessing, a show, a sign, and he show up for us, and then we confused.
I wasn't confused. I was just trying to be cool.
I said, baby, your face look like
Nah, just be cool.
It'd be cool. Listen, we sat in the car, I just asked God for a sign, a Hail Mary, something. I said, we've been on the ropes, and he said, yes, we have. And I realized that even those times, we still love one another, but of course, who you get the snappiness from is you get your more snappier with the person that you love, because I think you think it's gonna love you anyway. Is that why or that's supposed to tell you?
No, not necessarily. I think because you feel a certain way when things are happening, and that's the person who you're around 99% of the time. So that's who you get it.
Listen, when I tell you I'm saying it out loud, thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord, because not only I still had the gift card I had for $80, but I got blessed with all this other stuff. Like, just sometimes you need God to say, I see you, my child. I know things are rough, my child, but I am still here. I'm an ever-present help in your time of trouble. We read scripture, we sing songs, but we be like, I trust in God, my Savior. We sing that when things happen, we be like, swing low. Sweet. But I was telling Cedric one time, I said, I remember a time when money was tight. Our relationship was tight. It was just, kids had stuff. We had stuff all the way around. But how good is it to have a partner that, a spouse that you love, that love one another, that everything else could be falling apart,
Right.
but we got each other. And the reason I'm talking about being married, living single, I've been getting a lot of calls from people who don't understand why. And I'm just gonna say thank you, Lord, again. That thing is in my spirit. I thank you, Lord.
Mm.
Who get free groceries, Cedric? We
Nobody.
did. The Thomases.
Look, how them groceries is nowadays.
But who got God? Listen, guys, I'm gonna show you how I show out free groceries.
Mm-hmm.
Mm. I'm sorry, y'all. That was a whole nother Shondo moment right there. Okay, going back. Who God is? You hear me? Faithful. Ooh, I feel it in my hand. Said the guy right time I'm on Church Street, but that thing did something to me. You hear me?
Yep.
But you just don't. If I really think that he was gonna bless me in all the ways I could have imagined, it wouldn't have been somebody let me go shop for my own and give it to me.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes I give you free groceries, like I got a bag of fruit, I got a bag of this, but you shop for your own stuff, and I said, "Nah, I'm gonna give it to you. Take it with you." Anyway, okay, I'm back.
Yeah. Digress.
Ooh, there ain't no digressing, so thank you, Lord. I thank you. Sometimes you got to park, and what Pastor Girl say? Park there. So anyway, we get a lot of calls from women who don't understand why their relationship is in the state that it is. But when you ask all the right questions, they give you all the answers. One of which is they feel like people oftentimes feel like, well, my spouse doesn't care about my wants and my needs. But when if I talk to you, I talk to Cynthia all the time,
Mm-hmm.
and she talks marriage minded.
Right.
I talk to Mildred. She talks marriage minded. I talk to Phyllis. She talks marriage minded. It ain't about I. If I have a conversation with you and all I hear is you're not marriage minded. Doesn't mean you can't be, but you're not. And the problem is,
But they wonder why it's not where it should be.
right, that's what I'm saying. We often want to know how do you consult your husband?
Mm-hmm.
If you consider him head of household, then you would consult him. You would talk to him. You would value his opinion and authority, even when it doesn't look like what you think it should look like.
Mm-hmm. You think it?
What?
Do you think so?
I don't know what that means, baby. That was very generic. You think so?
You just asked a question.
I didn't ask a question.
You did.
No, it was a statement.
It was a statement question.
What's a statement question?
What you just said.
So, give your thoughts on that, honey. You had some insight. You had your thoughts on it before.
I don't know. You just took all my thunder. You stated it so eloquently.
Really?
You did, and I just think that it's funny that people, because they'll complain about the spouse and he's not this and he's not that and yada yada yada, but it's my goals, my wants. It's important to me. It's this that, like you said, it's me. But it's like, well, but our relationship is not, how I like it to be. Yeah, because all you talking about is you,
Right.
and you supposed to be a servant to that other person.
If my thoughts are for Cedric and Cedric's thoughts are for me, then we're both putting each other first.
And everybody's taken care of.
Right. But that's one thing that Latarius said, that people use this thing happy wife, happy life.
Right.
I don't know who came up with that.
I don't know.
That does not go in line with God. Because
And it's not reality, because it sounds good, but what happens is that happy spouse, I mean happy life, happy wife is going to make you bitter and what's it called? I can't think of the word right now. Anyway, you're gonna feel the way over a period of time.
make who better though?
the person that's needs are not being attended to. Because if you say happy wife, happy life, that means everything you're doing is for the wife's happiness.
So now let me ask you a question. Why don't men, or I'm trying to say why they don't say, how can a man tell his wife that
Yeah, what?
he's missing something? Because in context with
Well, see, that's the thing. All men can't say that because that's just like that movie with Tom Cruise and what's the guy name? I can't think his name. Anyway, he was saying asking questions about what had happened in the situation, and he was telling him you can't handle the truth.
oh, was that Few Good Men?
I'm not sure. I think so. It was a military movie anyway. But if your spouse may not be able to handle it, having a critique or
But does that mean that you don't? How do you? Because you gotta have to play. You gotta get to a place where you can have those conversations.
well, I'm saying yes, but if they can't handle it, you saying how do you tell them? But if they can't handle it, it doesn't matter whether you tell them or not, because the reaction is going to be if you don't
Yeah,
tell
Few Good
them,
Men.
you're not going to be happy, and if you do tell them, you're not going to be happy because they're going to bug out on you.
Brooke said, "Was a Few Good Men."
Right. So the reaction is bad either way.
Right. Okay.
The
So
outcome.
I understand and I agree. And so my question though, you have to be able to start somewhere. Because a lot of times women like, for me, I used to say, you didn't tell me, but you did tell me some stuff. I dismissed it because you didn't say it. Like you weren't like me. I feel you didn't do all the stuff that women do. I feel bad, by the way.
Well, the thing is, the difference is that let's see. Huh? The difference is that you were willing and able to do the work. Some women are not. Some people say that's just how I am. So that means they're not going to put any work into bettering themselves or changing or doing anything. So what do you do in that situation? Because I'm content with being the way I am, having the bad habits I have, and you need to cater to me. So you can't tell someone, hey, I'm not getting this, or I don't like it when you do this, or you're not doing this well. It's not going to go over well.
Well, I would say that in the beginning, Cedric, I did not want to hear what you had to say. So you still told me, huh?
I'm not saying don't try. I'm just saying the person still has to be willing to do some work to make some changes.
Correct.
And if they're not willing, then even if you tell them to you blue in the face, it's not going to make a difference at that point. So you have to start from some type of common ground.
Well, I'm trying to find out. I feel this is not a scripture.
You feel like going on?
What you I feel like going on? You so silly. Okay, now there is a scripture that talks about what you feed your spirit. What you put in comes out, those type things. There's a few scriptures along that line. And I realize that what's on TV about relationships now, it does not match scripture. And that's even unfortunately in the churches.
Yeah, but it's been like that. Where the woman runs the man and tell him what to do and all that kind of stuff. That's always been since I can remember. The last show that wasn't like that I know that sticks out of my mind is Good Times. Well, James wasn't having it.
But listen,
I told you, Florida.
But listen, you know what? And when people talk about Good Times, I remember on TikTok they had a whole debate, and they said that show was oppressive for Black people. It wasn't good. And I was like, that was just showing the times that was there. Like,
Right.
I don't get how when you want us to make up something. That's just like this whole thing where you can't talk about slavery. You can't talk about slavery. It was there, whether you like it or not.
No, but I saw one of the new singers. She don't like Martin and the other shows because it's so like what, girl, please.
But I'm saying that. But
Sit down.
what we don't realize is that there were things in that show that we learned about
Right.
abuse. Because remember, pinning at iron.
Mhm.
about what Booker, he was aggravating the neighbor. You're gonna have those
They
kind
used
of.
to beat them children too.
But listen,
Put that belt and go away when they didn't follow instruction.
but you learn stuff about life. Yes, that might have been the what you wanted to live in,
Right.
but it was a part. I mean, we didn't live in, was that New York or something they were in? We didn't live there,
No, I
but
think it was Chicago, Cabrini Green, I believe, in the projects.
I'm saying, but you just like with Cosby Show, as much as they want to say whatever, there were successful black families and there were families, but see, there were two parents in those
But see,
families.
that's why they got rid of those shows, A Different World and the Cosby Show, because Negroes was going to college when they was watching that because they aspired to be that. They was like, no, we need more people to go to jail. We can't have these Negroes going to college. We got to take them all down.
You know, the funny thing is that I remember people was acting like it was such a far-fetched thing to see a whole family unit, like a mother, father, and children.
Right. Well, plus, one was a doctor, one was an attorney.
But not even that, but just there was a mother and father, like in the household.
Who does that as far as
Just people that, like, when I went to school and stuff, and for me that was real life because that's all I've known, my mom and daddy and my, like my siblings. But just like I told you, I had friends that would say, I'm going to my daddy's house this weekend. I was like, I'm going to my daddy's house too. Well,
but see, even though it wasn't in my house, but my neighbors across the street and next to me both had two-parent household, and down the street, like most of the people on my street had two parents in their house.
Well, I did not know that there was a such thing as, I didn't know anybody that didn't have that situation, to my knowledge. You know what I'm saying?
I knew plenty, but I'm just saying I knew ones that it was. I was exposed to both sides of the coin.
So if your relationship is out of sync, I would first say check your mindset. Okay. As a man thinketh, so is he. So if you're thinking that me, I'm not getting what I need, I'm not. See if you are pouring into your spouse, and that's husband or wife, like you're supposed to.
Right.
Because when I started to pour in the setting the way I was supposed to, and it didn't have anything to do with him, then he started doing what I wanted and stuff I didn't even know I wanted him to do. Sis said my husband has been the same thing. Right. My children's already has been that. Listen, people always, I heard at their anniversary thing, I think it was what, 42 years, something like that, 40-something years that y'all had y'all anniversary thing. The people that were telling stories, they were like, to see Mr. Tevin and Miss Cynthia, gave them hope and they gave them something. You got to understand that people got to see it before they see it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can say that there's a healthy marriage do exist. Well, if you love him, he'll love you. You love her, she'll love him. They be like, have you watched all the social media stuff? They're gonna want to revert back to what you see. Because if you open up any social media app, the girl said, what was that one you sent me the other day? The girl said that was it her boyfriend that sent her $2,000?
No, they weren't a boyfriend. They were just they were dating.
A girl was dating a guy.
Oh, that was 2000. I'm sorry. Yes, that was the boyfriend.
The boyfriend sent her $2,000 for her birthday. She sent that back.
She said it wasn't enough. She know her worth. There's somebody out there going to spend a bag on me, is what she said.
Do you know how idiotic that statement is?
Right.
How ungrateful that statement is?
Well, a boyfriend, they ain't married now.
For anything.
But you see the one I said.
Even as my husband, I don't expect you to. I mean, if you gave me $2,000 back for my birthday, thank you. Be thankful.
Right.
Like, there's something that goes along with the spirit of gratefulness that you'll get more when you show me that you appreciate what.
But that's the thing. She doing that and it's working now, but she gonna end up alone.
Look, LaShawn said, look, you sound like my daddy. Say what now? Yeah. The word I have for that, I can't say. Right. Listen, when Cedric sent me that, so we don't really text out there. We send video clips of relationship stuff out there. And when he sent me that, I was like, you telling me that your boyfriend, not husband, I don't
Like you
care.
said, even if it was a husband.
But I'm saying, but
crazy.
I would understand more
Me too.
husband because he's in the house.
They go together.
But it is still disrespectful to send back any monetary amount. If he sent you $50 and that's what he have, where is your value?
No, there was one. I don't know if I sent it to you. I screenshot it. These people were just seeing each other. They weren't even girlfriend, boyfriend. The guy was interested in her. So he sent her
Lunch money.
no, he sent her $40 for breakfast. So she typed up a list of what the things were and how much to send. She said, I think it was $50 for breakfast, $150 for brunch. It was $400 for an outfit, $250, I think she said, get her nails done, $450 to get her wig installed, and then she put at the bottom $40 is never acceptable. She had a list of what to send. I'd be like, what?
But here's the problem, right? Do you understand the audacity and disrespectfulness that you have to have in order to tell a guy or anybody if some I had somebody the other day send me was $10. She said get some coffee on me. That ain't enough. I like blah 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 blah. It's the fact that they thought about you enough to do something for you.
That's wild.
My mom said, what was the purpose of sending the money back? She said it wasn't enough, mama. She said that $40 was not enough for her breakfast.
No,
And no, not her. $2,000 wasn't enough money for her, a gift for her birthday.
Yeah.
She could have said that money to me. Shauna, she loves my police.
But it's
right.
all kind of ones I see.
Cry, they're gonna always be alone. Right.
Yeah,
listen, but the thing about it is that half of the problems that we have in marriages and relationships is a mindset.
Right.
You can be married and living as a single person. If it is sad, my mom said that's sad. It is, but mama, if I tell you, guys talk to stop me in. So I don't know how we got to be the go through. Oh, Sent wrote something too. That's why I said she about herself. Right.
Of course.
People stop us and talk to us about their relationships all the time.
Mhm.
Guys, and they be like, these girls want you to have you know, so many millions of dollars, all these houses and all this, but spend a lot of time with them. And here's the thing, you got to realize you can't have both.
No.
If the man gonna have all this money, then he not gonna be able to spend all that time with you. So you want somebody to show up on your arm to buy you all the stuff. Then here's the thing, just like when your children, you gave them money, when they went to the store, they'll blow the whole thing because
Right.
it's your money.
Right.
But when they work for their money, it hit a little different when I go in there and spend it on a bunch of candy.
Right.
Because it's different. So
well, the thing is that what troubles me is that mindset is very trying to not be too crass, but very prostitutionish because
it's transactional.
Right. That's what prostitution is. You pay me for a service.
Right.
So basically they're saying if you want to be with me, then like the girl said the list. So being with me costs this. That's what you do when you talk to people that do that kind of work. Like, okay, if you want this, it costs this.
What about the girls that the guy took her to a restaurant on the date and she talking about, I'm worth, I forgot, I'm worth more than this. I'm this.
Listen, I seen one that was so beautiful that it was a young man and he wanted to take the girl out. She said something similar. Boy, the mama got on her on there in Redfield talking about he don't know what you worth. He just met you.
Right. Oh yeah, that
see, might say you might be worth McDonald's.
Listen, so that mama was me.
Oh,
that mama was. If my son ever came home and girl, that would be me. That mama said you. That's the thing. If you have sons,
right,
there's another side to it because
right,
these girls want you to take them out and spend $500 on a dinner.
Right, and you just meeting them.
You don't know they. I told and so I would so we always recommend going somewhere like you can talk, not a movie, coffee shop, walk, whatever. They were like, oh, I'm worth more than coffee. Well, we don't know what you're worth because you ever talk to somebody you like you.
The fact that you're saying that we know that's not
true. No,
true.
but listen, You ever had a conversation about 2 minutes? You like, you ignorant. I can't deal with
No,
you.
but I'm saying the fact that they're saying that if a woman is interested in you, she'll go wherever you want to go. She just want to talk to you.
Right, right, right,
She's more interested in getting free food and
right.
trying restaurants that she can't otherwise afford on her own.
Lisa said these are some ungrateful women.
They
Lisa,
are.
you don't understand, Lisa. When I tell you, and listen, and I don't know why God has assigned these young wives to me. Cedric being because they'll call me and they're like, Miss Angie, I already know what you're gonna say, but I'm telling you. And I was like, you were dead wrong for that. Well, I just had to tell them that you don't talk to your husband like that. What I'm gonna say? Well, you can tell him what you feel, but first of all, you need to pause and say, babe, when you said this, it made me feel like whatever. But what I often tell them is that look how you treat him. You don't want to cook, clean, have sex. You don't want to take care of children. You don't want to do nothing for him, nothing. But you mad because he won't shut the world down for you. And even when he shuts it down for you, you will act the fool and turn over tables. Let's talk about that.
Still not enough.
Since they say that, say it. I it's we gotta for those who are wives, we gotta help these young women understand that it's not about what they can do for you because it's some guys that got big money that will buy you and dirty dog you.
Yep.
And
that's what's gonna happen because
if
when they tell what they want in a guy, they're all looking for the same guy.
and the statistics, those numbers are low.
And that guy is gonna run through all of them, but he's not gonna marry and one of them.
And here's the thing. Am. How you spell that?
No,
Here's the bigger thing that I want you guys to get is that it's not about that you can't get your needs filled, but marriage is about sacrifice. It's about two people becoming one. This don't make sense in nobody's mathematics system. But me getting free groceries didn't make sense in nobody's system either. How God operates does not look like what we would think. It works. I got people with longevity in my life. What my mom married 65 years, sitting there been married 40 some years, Phil's been married 40 some, Mildred and Mark 40. Like these people been it works. But I ain't talking to not one of them that be like,
No,
not one.
like you said, it's the mindset. You got to get your mind right.
Lisa said facts, right?
You know, I don't know if your people say, my grandma say all the time, get your mind right.
Get your mind right.
Yeah.
But I'm saying, baby, please, I be over here chefing it up for mine. And it's worth more than every dollar amount. Listen, I just don't get.
No, the crazy part, I'm sorry to cut you off, baby. But the stuff that they want, what they're doing is not going to get it for them. That's the thing. If you do the opposite of what you're saying, you'll get what you want.
People, and they called me to tell me, Miss Angie, I know what you said. I said, you know, when I started getting from Cedric what I wanted from him, when I started to do what I was supposed to do, it's like this. Everybody on a team has a part. They have a role. Right. Like if you're playing basketball, you got the point guard, them shooting guards. Everybody got, I don't know, they changed them now, but everybody got a place on the court. Right. And they have a different purpose. If everybody trying to dribble the ball up and nobody is guarding the basket, you ain't nobody getting a rebound, ain't nobody laying it back up. Everybody has a part to play. Right. When I started to play my part, even when you was out of position, right, you got in position because you said what? You saw the consistency in me. Right. But that was for me. And the stuff I got, it's so funny because my sister, my mama, my daddy, just people always saying, man, the setup you have now, oh my God. And they have said this to me in different times. And just like my daddy has said something to me, Phyllis, like she'll just random, she be like, you got a good husband. And it's amazing when people that's around you all the time can see, like, you ain't changing for nobody. When you don't play bother, you don't play bother. But I love that you love the older people. Like we were in California with my brother-in-law's family. He walking his dad to the car. That's just who he is. He told me I realized a lot of things you said to me in the beginning that I didn't really it didn't sink in until later. Like when I said about you said I'm only been married one time, that's it. And you said that, and you, I mean, even I was like, go back to your mom house. You was like, I'm going to my room.
Right.
And then when you said about your granddaddy instilled a lot of things in you and you loved it, so you respect and honor the elderly because they paved the way for us, and you don't wait till people get older and mistreat them.
No.
If there's a way you can
It's the
help,
opposite.
right? But you, I've not seen anybody with that much fervor about it,
Right.
and I just love to see it. It
Well,
does
the
something
funny
for
thing,
me.
that was my concentration in college. That was my degree.
What?
Physical therapy with a concentration the geriatric population.
You have the patience for them. Now, if you told me that in the beginning of our marriage, I'd be like, he gonna help us some elder people. Oh Lord.
Oh yeah. Listen, that they have that wisdom, and you just listen. They'll tell you, like even with Mr. Gurley, he was saying some things.
Yeah, listen,
He dropping some
Jared
dimes.
Daddy talk.
Yeah,
He dropped some straight nuggets.
listen.
But that is what we talk about when the Bible talked about the older women should teach them and stuff like that. And
Yes.
you get wisdom from your elders, but we
Definitely.
act like we know everything now.
Yeah.
I told a girl, and I'm tell y'all what I told her, and I meant what I said. I said, "Why you call me and talk to me for 2 hours if you gonna tell me you don't agree with everything I said? Then you need to call somebody that's gonna agree with you because I'm not her. You already know what my answer's gonna be.
Right.
You already know you out of pocket, so I'm not giving you the answer you want. Don't waste my time.
Mm.
I value my time. I value the wisdom that God has given me, and now that I could be with my husband,
Right.
just chilling. We've been riding down the road sometimes, and they'll call me an hour, and I invest time because somebody did it for me. However, I was willing and open to some correction
Correct.
and some knowledge. And these jokers now want to call me to tell me, ask me what I think while telling me they don't agree. I said, well, get off my phone.
Right.
Don't call me no more with your mess. And I mean that. My time is valuable. Oh, you all said Angie and Jerry, I should trying to say when I get old, he'll take care of me.
Oh yeah.
But that tells me though, when I'm in need, he will be there for me. You know what it says? That the younger women don't want to listen.
That's true.
Now, Mama, you're right. The younger women don't want to listen.
It's true.
I know that God has put me in that place,
Mhm.
but I'm asking Him to grace me for that because it's not the fact they just don't want to listen. Because I had times I didn't want to listen. It's the fact that they want to,
They want to ask the question and tell you the answer.
but they almost want to fight with you. Like they say, I want what y'all have. I like y'all interaction. I like y'all vibe. I like.
No, you don't.
But at the same time, these same jokers will tell me it don't take all that.
Okay.
We've been married 20 something years. We've been together for about 20. Well, the trip is about to be 26, so about 25 years, right? In that range.
Mhm.
My parents were married for 65 years. We can't imagine what 65 years is. That seemed like forever is a long time.
Right.
That seemed like forever.
Right.
But how do you do that? You stay the course.
Yeah.
It's gonna be some days I don't like you, you don't like me. But here's the thing. In that renewal we went to, one of the things they said they disagree, but they don't disconnect.
Right. They'll lose connection.
They'll lose connection.
Right.
Now I never thought about it that way because it's funny because me and Sadie have times we don't necessarily agree. But if somebody asks me what I'm mad about, I can't remember because it's usually just like
So we keep the connection.
it's usually like he just getting on my nerves, I'm getting on his nerves. But it's not, I can't tell you what it is. Like
See, that's the thing too. People are too caught up, like you said, in themselves, again, mindset, and they're worried about happiness and about me. And nowhere in the Bible say nothing about happy.
I know Kirk Franklin got y'all messed up talking about I just want to be happy. That is not in the Bible. It says the joy of the Lord is my strength. The joy of the Lord will shift your atmosphere, will shift you through your problems, will shift you through some hard times. The joy of the Lord. But that mess that's going on now.
Joy can be had all the time. Happiness is fleeting.
And here's the thing, I'm not ever trying to come out on somebody's church or everybody, but if your pastor is giving you stuff that is not in the word, I don't care how great he preaches. It says, study to show thyself approved.
Right.
When we were talking about the scripture today, and remember, we can remember all that we looked it up and we dissected it while we were on here.
Right.
Why? Because Don't take what we say. Go to the word.
Plus, you don't want to disseminate wrong information. You know what I mean?
But the pastors now, the one the other day told the people, told the women in the audience, he can't be your king if he can't give you a mansion, and had the women in the audience repeating that stupidness. That's why the mindset is like that.
Right.
I'm not saying go get a scrub, but I got sons, right? So I got sons from 30. My one son will be 26 next week, and I got a 20-year-old. I don't expect any of them to have it all together. And if they would never be married if they're waiting on somebody to say, I'm waiting on you to be six figures or whatever. We watched the street and quickly. I watched the street view interview today, and the guy was in Houston. He went around. First of all, he asked people for, do you know the books of the Bible? He said, name me three. First of all,
they couldn't name three.
They couldn't name. He said, not including the first three.
That's piss poor.
They couldn't name three. So they tell you these women ain't going to church.
Right.
That's the first thing. That's problematic all by itself. You need a woman that know God. You need a woman that, like when in Proverbs 31, they were talking about her, his name was made great in the city because of her.
Right.
This is a way to gauge your life as a wife. When people say your name, they be like, oh, Cedric wife, do they be like, oh my God, she ratchet and and rude and this and that and the other? Mm-hmm. Although somebody said the other day, remember, she don't do you because of your wife, and that girl ain't had one interaction with me.
Right.
However, that I digress. It ain't about that. It's just that when people see Cedric out there, like, you and your husband. Now, they might not remember Cedric's name. But it's funny because, but it's never like, even guys talk to you, like, they're not saying, oh, man, your wife, I couldn't deal with her.
My name ain't your husband.
Your name is your husband. Mm-hmm. Let me see if Sense said, because everyone can't handle them, say that.
Right.
You can't keep that little box you got clean. And I mean, when you live in your box, all that.
But this the thing, though. Again, going to mindset. Almost 90% of all millionaires are married. And they were married before they became millionaires.
That is what I'm talking about.
So the numbers don't even support you talking about you want a millionaire. If you get with a man and that man loves you, y'all can build something together. He can be a millionaire. You got what you wanted.
Stay off. Look at your timeline. I'm gonna say this, and we about to land this down. Look at your timeline on any given social media platform, and if everybody on your platform is talking about what gonna do for them and all that stuff, then that means that you're feeding your spirit the wrong stuff. Mm-hmm. Because if majority of people that are millionaires are married, that means they had someone there with them through that process. Mm-hmm. Because most of those millionaires will tell you they failed. Right. A lot of times. But you need somebody that be like, babe.
But the thing is too, you need somebody when you're grinding to play the background and pick up the pieces. You know what I'm saying? Because it's hard.
Or when it's the children,
right, to do life and then try to do this thing too. It's hard. So if you got somebody that help, that's a team that's playing their
position. Your helpmate.
So then you can go after the bag while she takes care of the other stuff, and then once you get to the, you know what I'm saying, then everybody eat.
I saw somebody that when he got to a place, he was like, babe, he did like a whole bunch of stuff for her. And she was like, I want that. But he was like, you deserve that. Right. And that shows me that he valued what she did while he did what he did.
Exactly.
But I was going back to these street interviews. These women said, so they asked them, they didn't know any scriptures. I mean, they didn't know any Bible verses. But he asked them, if a man tells you that he's the prize, would you talk to him? And all of them was like, no. They were like, oh, they would. So then they said, why not? And they were like, I'm the prize. And he said, well, if you're the prize, what about you make you the prize? When I ain't never seen so many people stutter, and the word got to me, you gotta come at me, I don't know. How are you the prize and you can't name one attribute, one thing that is going to help? How are you the prize? Everybody got a coochie. Sorry, everybody got one.
Everybody.
So why are you the prize?
And some of them might not be the wild.
You know what? He's trying to say it might not be that great. So just because you have one doesn't mean it's wonderful.
No,
so but if you even if they had one and it was amazing, if your attitude stank and you are, if he feels put down, if you're always critiquing and beating him down, why would he want you?
Well, I'm saying the what exactly, and not only that, like we were saying too, if he get with you and your attitude stink, and then you don't want to do anything, you don't want to give him none. Like, but I mean, sometimes it don't matter if you have the, the the one without balls. It don't matter. You,
Y'all heard what he said why I was?
they
Is
convince yourself.
women without walls. He's trying to say they've been ran through.
Yeah, but
Women.
you want
Say women without walls.
6'9", girl, get out of here.
Said it. Why they gotta be women without walls? How you not name the women without walls?
You ever see the one where they was talking about body count? Girls like it's 150. What?
150 body count?
Talking about that don't matter. Anybody that care about body count is zesty. What? Girl, police.
Swatch. I knew you were gonna say that.
Arrest this chick.
Anybody that care about body count is zesty. 150 different men have visited your hot pocket.
Listen, and the girl like 25.
25.
She wasn't even 30.
Okay,
Girl,
so let's talk about this. Hold on.
having sex every day since been born. What the world? Where your parents at?
Where your parents at?
They need to be caned, stoned, everything.
Wait a minute.
They'll lock you in the base, flowers in the attic.
And that's another thing. Every time a man, so I heard the people say, if a man asks you what you bring to the table, he is zesty.
Yeah, okay.
Let me tell you something. They're not talking about most of the time. I'm not talking about financial
Not
stuff.
at all, right.
A man wants peace, not fussing, nice home. He wants to be able. It's time instead of have work day. He come and just sit by me. I ain't been talking to them. I ain't been trying. I can't figure it out. I'm just gonna be there. But if he come and do you like, you like,
But you need to bring something to the table financially if you want $10,000 purses and all this kind of mess.
ooh, listen, see if the box is hot. The box is hot. I know where you went because we always do a song. That's
No, you know what make me, what song come to mind? There's a leak in this old building. The other thing leaking, the whole thing leaking.
but it ain't old.
It's old. You ain't old, but that's old. In dog years.
You remember that song, High Mileage Goods?
Yeah.
Oh, boy. Well, anyway, y'all, we definitely appreciate you. I really hope that if you have a marriage mindset that you can help somebody that around the young women don't want to listen, but that don't mean, and mom you right, they don't want to listen, but that tell them anyway. Tell them to love and respect their husband. What you said?
I thought with today's technology, not having walls should be an issue. Surgery. No, that just for the lip. That ain't the wall.
No, they have rejuvenation supposed to make it tighter.
Not for the walls.
No, they do. That's what they said.
There's nothing you can do to tighten up the inside of that thing.
Dead again, Cedric.
You can put some Gorilla Glue, some duct tape, some steel
inside of it.
Braided steel cables is still gonna be loose and flopping everywhere. There's nothing you can do with it. It's over with.
What's it? Wound without walls?
It's done.
Or wound without walls?
Wound without walls.
Oh my God.
It's done. Over with.
Y'all listen. We have to be light. I know Cent, you do it. I know Phyllis do it. Mama say they don't listen. Mama keep doing it anyway. Stop not listen. These women need us. These marriages need us. These men need men like Cedric and tell them what to do. Talk to them. And look, you got to tell these boys, like, because I know a lot of the men say they can't say nothing because, girl, like, look, right, it's about not the Gorilla Glue.
Hey, something.
You know he a little special.
CA glue, something.
What's CA glue?
That's the one you put the glue on there and you spray the other part and you put it together and it bond instantly. Yeah.
CA glue.
Yeah, that's real stuff. Instant bond. I don't think that might work either, but we tried.
So anyway, guys, we're glad to be back. It is still a chore to make sure we do what we're supposed to do, but I know God called us to this marriage ministry. He called me into this godly wife life. Ooh boy, it's been whooping my butt. Cause like my mama say, they don't listen. Now they will call, but But they don't listen.
They call to try to tell you what your opinion should be.
That's what I can't get. And these young ones, 25 to 33, we were talking about how they ain't hunting at all.
Mm-mm.
Once a month. How y'all 25 to 30 y'all hunting once a month and y'all was doing more than that before you got married?
That's the thing. They be wide open when it ain't legal. When it get legal, got the paperwork, then you don't do nothing. That's backwards. As what your daddy say, wrong size for ditis.
Wrong side. That's it. That's right. See, I'm laughing. You talking about the surgery, girl. Somebody need to do something with that hot pocket because it ain't working. Listen, you know how you warm up something in the microwave, in hot pockets, and the more you warm up, the more hard and the feeling out of it gone is just crusty.
The thrill is gone.
Yeah, nobody don't want to eat your story away. I know, right? Lana, you have to go watch it. It's been a good one. It's definitely been a good one. Listen, I know that it is not popular in this time to be a godly wife. It's not.
Mm-mm.
And it's funny because I had, different pastors and stuff, and bishops say, how is it that you being outspoken will shut it up when basically, like when said it, say, I was like, because he doesn't abuse me. And that's just, I mean, that's the thing. Like, I don't have to be standing in the corner on one leg, bark like a dog to.
So that's the thing. People think if you submit that you're not you, that you're losing something.
Well, I just had somebody just tell me that
Yeah.
I don't want to lose myself.
But you shouldn't have got married because you did lose yourself. That's what the Bible say.
But I'm saying, but my personality has always been one that was outspoken, that was whatever, and I did that in the beginning with you, and I overstepped. I was disrespectful. I was acting up. But I still now can say, babe, I think whatever. But I'm not going to personally embarrass you in front of other people. I'm not, like I have a conscience, so I think. But if you say we're not doing that, I think we're gonna do this. Okay, like, and even if I don't necessarily like what you say, I'm not like gonna pout. I don't know. I just it's about the amount of trust that you have in your spouse.
Well, takes time to get to that point.
It's worth it, y'all.
Yeah.
It's worth it, right? She said about forbidden fruit. It's worth it.
You did some pouting in the beginning.
I told you I did some pouting, I did some talking back in the beginning, but it's amazing to me that I got pastors that will come and ask me, how do I believe what I believe, or how do I do what I do, or like, why is this so ingrained in me? And first of all, my name is Angela. I mean, messenger, bringer of truth. I've always been a truthful person to a fault, even meaning I would say it. I would say it, and it don't matter. But what happened was I had to let God teach me how to say stuff. Right, but then I had to learn how to say it and when to say it. And what my dad said, great job to both of you, keep it real. Thanks, Dad.
Well, I think that's more, I mean, yes, to a certain degree, but to me, that's more telling in your friendships with people.
What do you mean?
Because you always ask me different questions about why things go the way they do, and I tell you was because of your personality and the way you do this. And
Right.
you're like, well, I don't understand, but most people are not like that. That's why so when you're saying that you bring forth the truth and you don't let people skirt with certain things, people don't like that because most people just let people go.
So you feel like a lot of friendship circles don't hold their friends accountable?
No, of course not, especially not women. No,
no. Y'all hear? He said, especially not women.
They don't.
It takes time, trials and tribulations, and listen.
Yeah. No, but seriously, it's like when you see some chicks together and you see one girl got on some buffoonery, like her friends ain't tell her she shouldn't wear that. Girl, you doing it. Girl, no, she's not. That's not it. But you see dudes together like, nah, bro, that ain't it. Before we even go somewhere, nah, bro, don't do it.
We say, especially men.
Yeah, don't do it.
Well, I'm gonna tell y'all, I got a husband that I had to learn to have a little bit more thicker skin. Cause my husband like, oh no, your fat hair roll hanging off the side. He would just say stuff. I was like, what?
Really?
You didn't, Cedric?
You asked me, I tell you.
You see that? You're like,
I
look.
just volunteered.
Cause I'm like, he's like, babe, how this look? And he was like, well, I mean, you can wear it with your fat hanging over the side. I was like, and his face like this. Look, I was like, the fact that your face look disgusted, I don't want to go outside like this. But it's some women that say, I like it, my friends say it's cute.
And right there, your friends telling you it's cute, it is not. And that tells you right there, again, mindset. Most women dress for their friends. They don't dress for men. Because they did, they won't wear 90% of the stuff they do. Because men don't like that junk. But they wear it anyway.
You know, it's a guy that was talking to Phyllis and was saying, Miss Girly, why all these women be wearing these eyelashes? Men
Correct.
don't like that.
Not at all.
They wear for them other girls.
They do. But that's always been the case because they want to be cute for their friends. They don't care about what the men gonna talk to them if they had butterflies on their face. They don't care.
Why?
They want the hot pocket.
Oh, well.
So, okay. Yeah, that's yeah. You come home me like that's cute. Yeah.
Wow.
That's what they were. Okay, you wear whatever you want them.
Well,
They don't. That don't mean they like it though. Because a lot of times, again, like we said earlier, you can't have certain conversations with these women because they're not able to handle it.
right.
And I don't want to argue, so I'm not going to tell you not to wear that little bitty shirt with your stomach hanging out.
So and this is another topic for another day, but I was talking to somebody about how men give in to their wives because they just fuss so much
Correct.
for the peace at home,
Right.
but then it doesn't look much like they are men because all she knows she got to do is fuss enough and you're going to let her have her way.
Well, but that's not exactly the issue though, because what happens is, like we had an instance where we tell somebody, hey, we don't think you should dress like that, wear XYZ. Well, no, my significant other likes it. Well, no, they don't because they said something to us about the way that you dress. But they don't say anything because they don't want to argue. So now the woman feels justified, like, yeah, he likes it. No, because he don't say anything don't mean he like it. Silence did not denote that I like something.
But a woman knows that if there's fussing enough or there's certain things I can do enough to get my way, I'll just do that.
Right.
They'll go that route.
Right.
You know, it ain't cool, but they'll do it.
Right. But I'm just saying there's, so there's all types of ways to get to that delusional point where no, he doesn't like it just because he's not saying anything, or you, like you said, you gonna fuss him out and he don't feel like hearing it tonight. So just whatever. Let's just go.
Right, right. Well, guys, like I said, we're gonna get going. We've been on here longer than we anticipated, but this was a great conversation. It was much needed. If you are not following us or subscribe to us on YouTube, please do so. YouTube, TikTok, Facebook. If you are interested in the Godly Wife Life 101, I'm here for you. But
from laying at the bottom there.
oh, she said I'll put that in right there. I already put that in.
Yeah.
But just know that if you do that, I'm not doing a friendship version. This is the truth according to the Word of God. And it listen. People will tell you, it will make you better if you listen, but you have to listen.
Right.
I have people that call me in the midst of a heated debate. They'll go into the room and I'm about to tell him, and I said, no, you're not. Take a breath. This is another way you can word that.
About to get them together.
Well, because this is the thing, words have power and they have meaning, and how you say things. Every time you do this, and if you come like that at your man, your husband, he ain't gonna be like, okay, honey, whatever you say, he gonna, in the words of the people, he gonna match your energy. Yeah. And that's not a good thing. You don't want to be in the house. But right, you're not gonna be, you don't want to be in the house matching your energy. That's not good.
There's a song with Charlie Wilson had that song like that.
What?
Well, he had said, how you expect me not to fight back when you scream like that?
Oh, yeah. Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, gosh, I
love you more than that.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, love is an action word. And love does not hurt. Growth hurt. Change hurt. Conforming to a wife hurts. Conforming to a husband hurts.
Love doesn't hurt, but it can be uncomfortable.
Yes, that's true.
So sometimes people get that confused.
But uncomfortability is a good thing. Because if you when you're comfortable, you don't strive to do anything else or better. Right? You're not growing.
You're stagnant.
Don't be stagnant.
Right.
Okay. We're gonna go now. I said it already earlier.
Moving forward. Forward. I don't remember how it goes.
My husband told me I'm so saved. I'm about to, I know that I won't be slow dancing off of
I don't
off
know.
a gospel song. I ain't about to say.
Next time we have our 10th wedding, you might do a liturgical
He
dance.
said attempt the liturgical dance. I do one here, but it ain't off no gospel song.
You might be doing that there.
You heard me? It ain't off no gospel
No, that's
song.
not a liturgical dance. Then.
And when you said it now, you know a lot of
And
things.
when you dance here and it's not a gospel song, it's called cabaret.
Me too. Taking the rest of the night out. You know, and here's the last thing. When you talk about marriage and sex in church and husband and wife, it's all deemed nasty. It's taboo. Like Sean was talking to me today. He was saying that people's like, how y'all so open to have conversations? And it's like, he said, I be wanting to say it. Sometimes it sounds great, but my parents have always talked about that. And when you get a husband or a wife, you know, that's when sex is supposed to be done.
Yeah.
And so it's not been like, oh, we're not gonna talk about it. We always tell them, when you get you a husband or you get your wife, you can do it.
Boy, you can have much you want.
Right. So we got to get that stigma off of the church when they talk about sex. Sex is a good thing if it's with your husband or wife.
It's designed by God.
It's designed by God, and we like it.
For you and for me.
Ooh, and I like it.
I likes it.
Anyway, y'all have a nice night. I really thank you for joining in. We need more of these. I'm gonna tap some women because we're gonna have some women on here. We're gonna have some men on here, and we. I know that's why I kept saying bye.
You kept talking.
You talking?
Oh, I was talking.
You was talking.
No, that was you.
It was you. Bye, y'all.